The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Hello and welcome to our Twitch Plays Long series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 1, Medieval Progression. Today we are playing Settlement Survival. Quick recap before we get into our event. In the last stream, we set up more of an industrial area. A bunch of storehouses, I think they're called storehouses, warehouses all over the place. We have a new thing for salt. We're trying to get our food production up. We have more animals, and we made storages for the different types of things that they make. We started upgrading our mines because they ran out. We're working on our iron mine. We have a thing here that I think is for bedding. We did make a thing for clay. I think it's one of these. Turning clay into bricks, which is what this is waiting on. And we expanded our town. I think we added this entire portion on the right last stream, or it could have been split between the last week. I don't remember. But we're adding more houses because we have we got a bunch of immigrants. So now there's 16 people that have no homes. I did notice that we have almost 100 children. And unlike in Frostpunk, the children cannot work in the mines. So, I don't remember how the game mechanic works in how people age. I don't know if they have to become a student, then graduate, and then they're considered an adult. I'm not sure. But anyway, we have... It is too many kids. It's half the population. Well, half of the adult population, almost. So what I have right here is a book given to us by the king. And it tells us that if we're able to make a certain list of things in this town, that we will then be able to go into our new town, start a new one with better resources, and then the king will provide us the means of making a city later on. So what we need out of this book is a new food source, which I looked up earlier. It's going to be barbecue. Where you need to get the nurseries for certain plants. We need to get a brewery because we need alcohol in the next town. We need minting for coins, so we know how to make our own coins in the next town. A lot of this stuff is for the next town. And then the last thing is a more key, because in order to make our next town, we need to have a tenting system. So I'm going to go into technology and show you guys all the different things that we need. First one is processing. We need barbecue, which we can unlock right now. Don't know if we're going to do that right away. We also need nursery down here, which requires 3 different research tasks to get to that point. Then in livability is drinks. We have minting and mining for the coins, so we need to unlock silver, which is, there's a mine right here under this mountain. That's going to give us silver for minting. And then the last thing is more key. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. With that, we'll be able to start a new settlement. I think it says it in here somewhere. Can hold 10 citizens. Living in it was suitable for makeshift settlements for immigrants. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, we could have this now for our immigrants instead of making houses. We'll unlock that later. That'll be the last thing. That'll be the last thing we unlock in this game. And then we'll be into our next one. I think we're making more water. Yeah, more wells. So anyway, let's get into it. A lot of people still need clothes, and by a lot of people I mean I think every single person. We're trying to get the things set up over here for clothing stuff. I also need to keep an eye on our playlist. When this playlist is done, we're going to go into... I'm thinking hard rock, classic rock. I'm scrolling on Spotify, but I can see that the game's zooming in as well. supposed to be tabbed out, but apparently I'm not. It also looks like we might be filling up our second cemetery. We also ran out of people. So we need water. We're working on that. I don't know why this is red. Red usually means we're losing items, or... So I don't know what in here is being used more than we're creating. Maybe the lamp oil? Since that's a 0, I know we have a thing making lamp oil. Tools are low because we're not making enough steel tools. Anyway. Oh, we're using lamp oil for in here. That makes sense. We also set up a new thing for flax, to use that for our clothing. I think one of these uses clothing. Anyway, let's get into production here. It looks like this has already made 500? Or does it need thing? It needs things, okay. We don't have enough money, meat for it. Not money. I think we should unlock barbecue, which was agriculture, I think? No, processing. Take salt and meat. Ooh, and butter. Domestic fuel, probably just for cooking it. And we have this glass bottle guy. Cheaper than new bottles. Okay, so for this event, being our first one, we're gonna make a new poll. It's gonna just be called glass bottles. Our first choice is buy bottles for 600 coins, or ask to sell our bottles. We already got bottles from this guy before, and I haven't used them, so they're kind of just taking up storage. So it's up to you guys whether we buy more or we sell ours. I probably should have made a third option where we just ignore it. Anyway, let's place our barbecue house while I wait for the poll to end. I'll place in just one for now, because I don't know how much we need. All these icons, jeez. They're working on the wells as well, so that's good. Should probably turn up the music a little bit. There we go. Looks like they're making this as well, the little bedding shop. I think that was just for housing upgrades, so we might not even use it. Pretty sure it's going to use things that the clothing people need. Buy bottles for 600 coins, okay. Where was it? I think it's this guy? Yes, it is. So we bought glass bottles. It just says that we have an extra 500. I know we use it for something, but I don't remember what it was. Don't know what they're working... It looks like they're working on this now? So what do you take to make bedding? Linen, feathers, wool. That takes silk. We don't have silk. So this does take things that are clothing people need. So we're not gonna... Not even gonna use them yet. This needs to be reset for iron. Is this set for coal? Yes, it is. Just making sure. Now, I have the other mine maxed out, but we don't have enough people for this one. So we're going to set it up to have 10 people, and then we'll just add them in later. They should be working on the wells now. Can't tell. They're doing stuff up here to the house as they're putting the wood and stuff in it. It looks like they're doing this house here. Which is good. We do need the houses, but we need the water wells so we can keep up with the amount of water that people want. Looks like this is full. Why do you have flax in here? You shouldn't have... Do we not have a warehouse for flax? We might not. No, we do. It's only 21% full. I don't know why they put it in the marketplace. They're getting houses done. They're doing this well now. I think it's a well. Yes, it is. They might do this one next. Hopefully that will catch us up. Now we do get our research points fairly quickly. But I don't know if we're making them quick enough to get like 5 things unlocked. The nursery is 3, drinks is 1, mining is 2, so that's 6 together. We need 7 research points. I think we should put in another institution. Research institute, I mean. Where was that? Logistics, maybe? No. Services, probably. Yep, right here. So if we go down here... Can I place them back to back? No, they're a little bit too wide. So I'll do one here and then turn this around and put another one down here. We do not have a person in there for some reason. I should actually keep it to one person for each right now. This has not enough builders. So it looks like we don't have enough people for our jobs. We have 114 kids. Maybe we do need another school to try and get the students taken care of quicker. I don't know. A person has a cold or something. Tracheitis. I think they're gonna always have that because we don't have a way of dealing with it. Output limit reached. So we have 1,000 stone? Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. They're working on the house, so we're gonna have even more people. Or we at least will have more room for people. This over here needs bricks. We're working on that slowly. We have 15 bricks. They just, I think, need to bring it over. I don't know how to prioritize moving things. We also have an... maybe 9? Maybe not. We have the tree. So here's our next pole. Do we cut it down or transplant it? Now, if we cut it down, the trees get a debuff to their growth. If we transplant it, it just disappears, but we get a buff to our growth. Oh, we have 2 trees. Okay, we're gonna do 2 poles that are identical then. The first pole will be for the tree on the bottom left. I'm looking for an animal icon. Not a fish. It was over here with these guys. I'm not seeing it. We might have a new animal if we go into town details collection. We don't, which is okay. I'm just confused on what it was showing us earlier. We also have tobacco, but we're not growing it. So I don't know if we're going to do something with that. We can do another administrator. We're going to transplant the first tree, so let's immediately start another pole for tree. This one will be tree 2. So this one we said transplant. So we already have a buff, which is 10%. I don't know if we transplant this tree, if we'll get 2 of these, so we'll have like 20% for 3 years. Who knows? After that, we're going to do an administrator poll. I'm not going to look at them yet, because I don't want you guys to be worrying about it right away. Now, we do have 13 available workers, so we are kind of keeping up with our demand. This needs 2 people. I'm just going to go around and make sure that every building has a person in it. These only have 1 person. Oh, these are new. Okay, I know there was more things. The mine. We didn't look at the barbecue place. Or to cut down the other tree. Who did that? Was that on purpose? I think this makes this go away. A significant amount of wood was obtained after this tree was chopped down, but because the ecosystem was also damaged, it caused the trees in the settlement to grow slower. So we have 84 more wood, but this didn't go away. Oh, wait. Regeneration times for trees extended by 10% and will last 3 years. Regeneration of trees is reduced by 10%. Extended. So, the icons are backwards, I think. Oh no, these make sense. I was reading it wrong. So, what we just did is nothing to the trees. I don't know who did that, but that's awesome. Our second poll. Our third poll is going to be for our 4th administrator. We might have did a poll on this last stream, but I don't remember. That's not how you do poll. That has an S in it. Admin 4. We might end up getting an admin 5 later on. With how closely we are to 450 people. This combined is what this number goes off of. Oh, you can't see my cursor. The number up here, combined, is what this number goes off of. So it's not just how many workers, it's total. We're pretty close to 450. Anyway, our first option is Tyler. Tyler is merchant ships will all be mega merchant ships. So we'll be acquiring more goods. Barrett over here only unlocks us tobacco seeds. But I just looked earlier and we already have tobacco seeds. So either I bought 1 seed or somehow we gained it from our last person that we had that did tobacco. So what I'm trying to say is we don't need Barrett, but it's always up to chat. So we'll choose that later on. And we should be getting our research quicker now that we have 3 things here. Let's set up... These icons look different. Oh, these are decoration. Let's set up a few more schools. Maybe we can get through the students or the children quicker. We'll just make this our little institution area. I did see that our barbecue place is ready. We can put more people in here. We're going to choose who goes in there in a minute. Or what we make, I mean. Is there anything else that does not have enough people? This does not. This does not. This is turned off, so that's okay. Where we might not even use the bread mill. Make sure our farms have enough people. Everything looks like they're matching except for this one. I know we can fit more people in there, but we're gonna do just 7 people. We're keeping up with how much food we need. I don't think anything else aside from this mine that's not even turned on is lacking. No, everything that has a 0 is either turned off or not working yet. Now, the poll has ended, but no one voted. So what we were going to do is choose Tyler. Just so that maybe when the merchant ship is here, which it is here, next merchant ship then, maybe we can get better things. Now this doesn't have anything in it that looks good to grab, except for maybe a chicken. We can actually grab all their chicken. But for some reason this stuff is in here. Don't know why. Why isn't this... What? Oh, we have our 5th admin ready. We're gonna look at that in a minute. I want to buy the chicken. Oh, it's a mount? What? No, yeah. Alright. What is going on? Either I'm doing something wrong or this is bugged. Usually when you type it in, it tells you the price. You click the makeup difference. It puts our coins here, or it sells what we have left in here. Okay, well I just told the ship to leave. That's not what I meant. Anyway, we'll start our next poll. This one's admin 5. Let's see what our options are, because I closed out of it without reading any of it. We have Baldwin. Baldwin gives us soybeans. I'm assuming they're used for something. But we also have Eve. Eve gives max house occupants +1, so we can fit 5 people in our houses instead of just 4. Looks like we're getting close to our next technology point, so this is helping us out. Adding the new schools is getting through our students a little bit quicker. We're just holding more students. I did look at upgrades earlier, and we don't have enough for these. Like, these are 3 things we could make, but for some reason it's not letting me select them, so I don't know. Do I have to click on this? Oh, we need to unlock the thing that it remodels. Gotcha. That's why the Institute, when I clicked on this, it earlier said that I could. Yeah, I can click select now. I will improve 10% generation efficiency of technology points. So we could upgrade this. Does it just put a book up here? Is that all it does? Well, of course we're going to do that so we can get things done quicker. And we forgot to do this earlier. So what do we have? We have salted meat. Does this use salted meat anywhere? That's sausage, bacon, ham. Buffalo meat and salt, and then makes buffalo jerky. Steak takes beef and butter. I don't think we're making butter anywhere. Roast turkey, these take butter. We don't have pork. We do have meat chops, so we can make sausage. And do we get beef from cattle? We do. I just want to make sure that it wasn't like cattle and cows are 2 different animals in this game. If I show you. Actually, I can't show you because I don't have everything unlocked. I think somewhere on the bottom row is what's considered cow. And somehow that's different than cattle in the game. To me, they're the same animal. I did not see what the choice was for the 5th admin. So what I'm going to do is the max occupants. Okay. We still didn't choose this. So if we do the beef and domestic fuel, we could make smoked meat. We could also make sausage. Food made with meat chop provide better fillingness and slight stress relief. Would it be worth making 3 of these buildings? Because what's this person do? Just salted meat and salted fish. We could keep one of these for the salted fish. Let's demolish this. And that one was for the smoked meat. So this one's going to be the beef. Let's make this one for beef. We want this to be prioritized. And then while that's getting done, we want food. No. What is this called? Barbecue house. It's right there. It'll fit right in the same spot as the other building, so it's perfect. We have a new tech point, so let's go into our next unlock. What are we closer to? I already forgot where it was. So nursery is 3. Mining is 2. We have immigrants, so we're going to do another poll in a minute. Actually, let's start the poll while I look through this. If we get more immigrants, we're going to have to start a new town. So we're going to have to make a 3rd marketplace and get buildings set up. We might be able to squeeze some houses in with our current marketplaces, but I'm not sure. Anyway. That's not how you spell immigrants. That's immigrants. So there's a poll for immigrants. So anyway, it was... Agriculture is 3. We have drinks, which is just a 1. So let's do that. We should be getting our research points a lot quicker now, so it doesn't matter. We have the winery and tea shop. Winery is for alcohol, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next city, or next town, depending on how you look at it. We'll make them over here, because I don't know what it needs. There's about 20 seconds left on the poll. I wonder where these people are going to go now. Into this warehouse for some reason. The immigrants have arrived. Poll's almost done, so I don't have to worry about them leaving right away. Someone voted for yes, so we're going to accept 21 immigrants. It seems the further in the game you go, the more immigrants you receive. Which means we need a lot of houses now. We currently have 10 available people working. That are available for work, I mean. I don't know if all 21 immigrants are going to be workers or some are going to be children. But we should be getting through them quicker now that we have 3 schools. So before I click play and accept the immigrants, do we have room for housing? We do not, so we definitely have to place another marketplace. We're going to make it over here. Make this our a little extra town. So let's accept them. And before we press play, we're going to do marketplace. I'm going to keep it in the same line as the rest of them. So if I just go over like this. Right here it looks good. I'm trying to maximize where we get spaces for town houses. I think that's the best we can do. Now we need our housing. Just checking to see how wide this is. So we are going to place a road that cuts this town hall off. If we bring this over to that road, that should be another block of houses. Now if I go 9, that should be in the mountain. It is. So if I go to here and then like this. That should be 2 blocks, if I counted right. So if I place one house here, which we can't until we have the next marketplace in, but I should be able to place some of these. I just want to make sure that we have enough space. We do here. I think I miscounted on this one, though. It's hard to tell when the road's not done. I did miscount here. Okay, we need to move this road over just one more. So not there, but here. We should still be able to make the house here. Also, I want it like that, so I can see everything. We do have one person with the plague. But I know our clinics take care of the plague, so we're fine. Now we do have a lot more people, so we can queue them up in something. Let's max out our boat area. Anything else not fully maxed out? I know our farms aren't maxed out yet. So we could do all of our farms. How many people did I receive? 13 people? Or is that's 12 people? So each farm could have 12 people, except for the orchards, they stay at 4. 10, 15, 20... We could max out 5 farms. Do we need food? It says we do, but I think it's just taking into account our new immigrants and they haven't yet eaten or something. We're almost out of our playlist songs. I wonder if they need a road to get closer to the marketplace to make it faster. Don't know if that's a thing, but it's probably worth doing, right? We're gonna look at this in a minute. It's something about oysters. Where is the front of a cave? Probably here. No, let's just make a little cutout like this. And then we'll meet up to the roads like that. Now, right after they build that, I should be able to make the houses. And by build that, I mean the marketplace. Yep, we can put our houses in now. So this is 16 houses. We need 19, I believe. Whoops, I placed that one in the wrong spot. Get rid of this one, turn this back around. Now we could make the marquee. We have to unlock it first. But the marquee would probably help with the immigrants being moved in. Now I should probably connect the road straight through here. I'm not sure. We do need more houses, so we're going to go down a line until we can't fit more. I think we can only fit 4. Yeah, we'd have to move the road down a whole 1 tile. We'll just do it like this for now. We'll connect this road all the way down. And then we'll let them get along with that. Now, when we get mine, we should actually have a little factory up here, I believe. So first storage warehouse is going to be for silver. Then whatever it needs to make the next building again. I don't know if we need to store coins. I mean, it goes up here. I don't know how the money works. Now this is saying that we have enough stone. Doesn't need to make more. What is this making? Bricks. We're using bricks. This is done, that's done. This is not done. So these warehouses are still getting full. Looks like we're still making stone tools. We're not making boots yet, I don't think. Actually, this doesn't have all the people in it. Now, we do have less people that need clothing compared to the amount of people we have, so I think we're catching up to it very slowly. We do have this new place, the winery, and we have the barbecue house, so let's put the next one. This is going to have all the people, and then of course, sausages? Yes. This one will be for the buffalo jerky. This just needs fish, that's okay. This, however, needs another person. And what can we make here? Can turn oats and water into beer. This is malt into whiskey. Can't do that. We don't have agave for tequila. Oh, that's where we would use our glass bottles. Do they all use glass bottles? No. That's wine. Okay, so we can either do a field of oats for beer, because we don't have wheat, or we could turn our flax into malt, and then malt into whiskey. So let's do a poll, and you guys tell me what we should do. We already have flax planted. So, beer, oats, whiskey. I put what plant it takes in brackets. Just making sure this was flax and not something else. We'll get this going. We should probably have storages for these now. What was this stored with? It says inventory full. That's because it has everything but what we wanted in here. Or everything with what we need. This should only have raw meat. This has, or should have, just meat chop. Don't think that's what we were supposed to have in there. Wait, did something in here make meat chop? This does. Okay, so we do need this as meat chop. Or we want to make whiskey. Okay. So we're gonna set this up. Now I need something to create malt. I think we unlocked it, but I don't know. So let's go into technology and see where it goes. Waterborne disease expertise. It can greatly accelerate the treatment. Oh, so this is our alcohol is gonna. Wait, am I clicked on alcohol? No, it's the herbalist. Never mind. Now I need to know where we create malt. It says we need glass bottles, but we don't. Would it be processing somewhere? Wait, it's the mill. That's why we have the mill. So, this place. Right there, look at that. We now have a use for this place. Which means we need to change this from wheat... Not wheat. Flour. Don't remember where flour is. I think it's raw materials? It is, look at that. Now it says we don't have a place for reed and rope. Don't know how true that is. I prefer reed. Why is there glass bottles in there? Are we making glass bottles? We are. We didn't have to buy those glass bottles earlier. It doesn't look like we actually have a place for the reed. This will be for that. So let's place in a storehouse. Warehouse. I keep calling it storehouse for some reason. So we'll have that going. After that, we need the thing that makes ropes. Okay, we're still making the houses. We only need 0 houses extra. Trying to get this line back up. This is the last song, by the way, in the playlist, so we're going to be changing right after. Let's do a poll on what playlist I should play next, because I have 2 different types that are specific for different things. So I have one playlist that's for songs before 2000s, and then I have one that's hard rock. So it's just focused on classic rock, Aerosmith, AC/DC, Metallica might be mixed in there. The other one might have a mix of both. So I'll leave it up to you guys because I don't know which one to play. I'm in the mood for both playlists, so I can't decide. Oh, we have the tree again, so we'll do the tree poll. We're doing pretty good in this game, and I'm surprised. Usually I don't make it this far. I think it's because everyone's watching me. Why is there so much leather over here? Oh, this is where the reeds were going. New livestock acquired. What did we receive? Turkeys! We could have a little pasture of turkeys. Let's see where I can place that. That's apparently too large. Oh, we can make a pasture over there. Now, I'm not going to make a road unless I can. Can I fit a road up here? No, I can't make a road in there. I'm not going to make a road that goes all the way around. Also, no one voted on the playlist, so we're going to do the hard rock playlist. I'm going to put on shuffle. So this is going to be our little turkey pen. Which probably means we should put a thing for the turkeys. What do they make? They just make turkey meat. Okay. That would go in the raw meats. Why are there colon here? The turkeys aren't going to make anything else. There's reed in here too. Why is reed in here? Okay, they took it out. Never mind. They did make these, so I have to turn this off. We want ore, silver ore. This one is just going to be completely off for now. You need all the people, and you're going to be buffalo jerky. What makes ropes? This thing right here. So we have a thing for ropes and we have a thing for nets, but do we have a storage for them? I think we placed this down and didn't choose where. There's ropes in here. No, not ropes, fishing net. Let's turn that off. And we'll place in the warehouses. Ropes, nets. What does this make? This makes shoes. I think that's considered clothing, so we'll keep it in that clothing bin. Okay, this will be for the reed. Take it over here. Ropes, nets. We have everything set up over here. We don't have thing for these foods. You make whiskey. Can we fit all the warehouses? Do I even have one for the cooked fish? Sausage is in here, apparently. Why? Meat chop, lobster, fish. So meat chop has its own thing. That's good. We should probably have our own things for the processed foods. So that's 3 different foods here. 4. This I don't think... Oh, we do make a lot of these. We should have 5 then. 6 including the whiskey. How do I fix 6 warehouses? 3... 4... 5. Actually, not right there. 5, 6. That's all of our warehouses that we need to keep us making enough room. We'll just make a road back here. Now I need to keep track of all the warehouses, which I think are all in view if I stay right here. We do have the tree. I forgot the tree. We already know what the options are, so it's either cut it down or transplant it. Cutting it down will put us in a negative production on tree growth. Transplanting it will give us back a 10% increase. We have currently right now 2 things that are contradicting each other, so we're at a net 0. Everything's growing the normal pace. They might not make the warehouses first. They might make the animal pen, the pasture. I want to get the pasture done so that we can put the new livestock in it. Hopefully then we won't lose the livestock. Looks like they're making the reed warehouse next. How are we doing on clothes? We're getting lower. I think we're catching up on our clothing. We won't know for sure until that goes below 100. Someone voted to transplant it. So now we're in a increase. Unless they stack on each other and we don't get that extra icon. I don't actually know. Okay, we have the warehouse for reeds. That's probably raw material. It is. We should probably... This says we don't have warehouses for them. I need to go through here and make sure that they don't have stuff that we want in a different place. Simple food. Salted fish should not be in there. I don't see... There it is. No buffalo jerky. This does not sound like the right song. As though it's a remake. Maybe it is. Salted fish. Sausage. Fancy food. No. It was in here. It was... Oh, we can make roasted turkey too. What we wanted was buffalo jerky. Here's veggie salad. Let's go back in here and get these things. They were in simple food. Roast turkey. We don't have salted meat anymore. We do have smoked meat. That's another thing I have to take off now. Veggie salad. Right. Smoked meat, sausage, and buffalo jerky. Fish. There's roasted rat meat. Ew. Smoked meat. I think that's everything in there. Now we have to just make sure we do everything in these. So, going down the list, we have, again, roast turkey, we have yet to set up. Salted fish. We are going to have smoked meat, not not salted meat. Sausage, buffalo jerky, and veggie salad. So everything is in simple food. Roast turkey, salted fish, smoked meat, sausage, buffalo jerky, veggie salad. And then what were we putting in here? I think we were doing something with reeds. No, it was flour. I know I don't necessarily need to check this, but I want the storage available in case we buy flour. Can we even bake it? I don't think we have the resource to bake it. This apparently had flour in it. We don't want malt in these. It's a good thing that I saw that now. Should probably have this playing as I'm doing this. Okay, this is making malt. Did I click malt on this? It's raw materials. I did. This makes reeds. Let's make sure this has reed chosen. It does. We're gonna need one of these buildings again, I think. Roasted turkey. Oh, that's actually butter. We don't have butter. I'm gonna keep them unchecked in here, just in case we do unlock butter before we leave. So how's everyone's Wednesday going? It is Whopper Wednesday. Why is it putting an S every time I type? Does anyone else actually do Whopper Wednesday? I don't know how many people actually eat Burger King on Wednesday. Happy Whopper Wednesday. A happy Whopper Wednesday. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but it looks like he did. Traveling Merchant is here, so let's see what they're trying to buy from us today. I can click on them. There we go. We don't have either thing, so we're gonna just tell them go home. You're working on the other computer. Does that mean you're setting up a new computer? This is going to be for ropes only. Big snow here today, so working from home. Is it a good amount of snow? Like, do you enjoy the amount of snow that's there? Is what I mean. Or do you want less snow or more? Now this I know is in clothing. Fishing nets. And then they should be focusing over here. What do you need? Made from wheat or oats. We need to farm oats to get either alcohol. Just a few icy spots on the road. So we all stayed home. That's better, yeah. I agree with that. No, we are only going to do, I think, 2 fields. Unless we get more immigrants. I mean, we are getting through our children quicker. If we weren't, then we wouldn't have 300 available people. We'd be stuck at like 200 and something, slowly increasing our way up. We have a new technology point. I just saw that go off. What do we work with next? We have drinks, I can cross that out. Minting only takes 2 research points. So we can get a stockpile of silver. Let's do that. Then I will set up this to be silver and max out the mine. We're getting these done. I'm guessing they don't have the resources needed? Yeah. Okay. How is the 3D print doing? It's actually almost done. If I look at this one, and I hold it correctly, it's where my finger is, so there's not that much left for it to do. Might be done within the next half hour before we end stream. I wasn't sure if it'd be done after stream or before we raid out. It looks like it's going to be before we raid. Okay, this one here, I'm going to make sausage. Which I think was in, that's in Simple Foods. Right here. This one here will be for the smoked meat. Right? Did I make too many things? Raw meat. We can't do anything with the turkey because we don't have butter. This is the meat chop, which is right here. I think I did set up too many. Sausage, meat chop, fish, jerky, salad. Oh, alcohol. I forgot. Okay, so we do have enough. Ooh, we have Sleepwalker again. So here's our next poll. I forget what we received when we woke him up last time, so I don't remember what we should do. Sleepwalker is either we wake him up or we let him sleep. I think he puts himself in risk of getting hurt. Sophie, welcome back. You actually here now? We have our next thing ready, so let's put... this is smoked meat. That's in simple foods. Right there. Is it always the same results from the events? Yes. Each event does the same result each time. I also... We had a tree here, I think, and I didn't see what the poll choice was. So it looks like it just despawned. How are they doing on mining? They probably have the farms ready? They do. So we need to find... Okay, oats are simple foods. Staple food, not simple, staple. I'm going to tell 2 people to go out of there and tell 4 people to come in here. Or as many as we could. Wake him up! Okay. Where is the event marker? I don't see the event marker. Oh, I was too far up. Wake him up. The citizen awoke from his sleep. It seems that I had a long dream, where I was alone in a desert and couldn't get out no matter how I tried. And now I feel so hungry and thirsty. Don't know what that means. I don't know if he like drinks more or eats more now. That would make sense going off of what they said. But we started our winery. Now the winery could either make beer or whiskey with what we currently have. I didn't realize that we had to grow oats for either choice. The whiskey takes an extra step. I have to turn the oats into malt, and then we turn it into whiskey. Or we could just take the oats and turn it into beer. So I could do another poll and see if you guys want to change this, but we also get a use out of the mill. So let's do the poll. I could also... Why did I not do the poll? Okay, there we go. We're actually going to have more options this time. Beer, whiskey, or both. We just have to place another building, which we could put it right here. And then another warehouse. So it's up to you. Do we do one or the other, or do we do both? Either way, we're waiting on oats for alcohol. This is going to be for salted fish, and then buffalo jerky. They should also be working on this. I placed this down before the warehouses. Maybe we're just a little slow in getting trees. Should I do a cutting of trees? This was salted fish, right? I think it was. Meat cans, smoked stuff, turkey, salted fish. Next one is jerky, salad, whiskey. Oh, okay, so you guys would be funny. One person for beer, one person for whiskey. Sorry to call the time, my favorite drink is scotch. But as you have to... It's okay, since you guys chose one for both, we have to go with option 3. So we're gonna set up the winery for beer. We still are gonna have to wait for oats, so they're not gonna make anything for quite a while. We can at least have it ready. Why did I close it out? Oh, rigged. Warehouse. I think this is all the stuff we need before we get out. And we start our next town. We're doing pretty good in progressing, now that we have extra institutes and schools. I don't know if there is a way to see how slowly we get these. Level obtained can be obtained from schools and research institutes. Tech XP will increase naturally, but tell me how quickly is what I want to know. I can see that it's going up numerically. I don't know how quickly it is. If it's like 1 per second or something. Those are salted fish, right? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure that we had it set up right. We do have the next pasture and people in it. Wow. We're gonna max it out. This is turkey, so we can have that extra meat supply. We have extra people. So I could max out the farms, which I think I'll just do. Democracy at work. Nobody voted for 3. I know, but you both voted 1 for beer and 1 for whiskey. So it's the same thing as just voting for 3. Now, have we made any malt? I don't know where to look to see if we created something or not. It looks like we're getting low in fuel. Which I think just means we're using it as quickly as we're making it. But that should be okay. It's not an issue until we're in winter that the houses don't have a fuel to burn. Looks like we have another warehouse ready, so that is the jerky. Which is right here. Now it looks like it's not cooked. So I don't know. I don't think they're working on anything else. We do have an issue up here. Fertility rate 49%. Why are the plus numbers red and the minus numbers green? Administrator minus 10% on fertility. Whew. Output gathering, that's not it. House occupations, that should be more people in houses. All citizens stress, minus 10 sounds like a good thing. But this makes it look like it's a bad thing. Health is plus 16. The city stress is 53, so we could probably use the, like a theater. I guess this stuff here. They just give like a happiness bonus. Do we have yet another livestock thing? No, I just had to click on it for it to go away. Okay. The new ship is here, so this should have more stuff in it. Refined leather. We have boots, luxury coat. Tears okay. We should probably buy clothing to try and get us up to speed. So if it's 55. If I buy 10, that's 550. Can't buy 100. I could probably buy 50. 60. 60 is the max we're gonna do. Okay, now it worked. That was weird. Before it didn't work out right. This is making linen from our flax. We're taking the linen, we're making clothing with that, so that's never going to fill up, I don't think. We are full in clay. We're not full in salt, but we're cutting close. This, we are full... Doesn't have everything in it, but we are full. This is that. This is net. This is the veggie salad. Just simple foods, I think. Maybe it's all the way at the bottom. No? Maybe it moved. Veggie salad, it did move. Then I have to find out where these are. I think it would be in drinks. Or beverages, I mean. So we have one for... I'll put whiskey on this side since it's closer to this building. This one will be for the beer. What is the problem? Lack of raw materials. Which material? Probably timber. We're down to 15. So I probably should do a mass cutting of trees. Don't want to mess with this. Boiler room with houses within its range. Okay. Guess who has 2 monitors now? Willow? Who's this brand new person? Welcome in, Willow. I'm glad to see you here. Cut down all these trees in this area. Give us a little boost in our tree farm. Might as well do it here too. Should give us a boost on building our last 2 things. Back to the mines. How's it feel? Having two monitors now. To left right without a driver. Because Coda is playing settlement games. Well, I'm sorry, Willow. This one is beer. Now, they did give us a big boost in wood, so we're not going to have to do any more wood. I am going to gather the plants in this area as well. Because they could have herbs and such in it. There's no rocks, but we've expanded so far, there's no chance for rocks to grow on this side. We could mine up these rocks. It might be worth going around and getting coal, so we have domestic fuel. So let's do that. They have bridges to get over to each spot. It just might take them a while to do it. There's some up here. I see them walking over now. What else? Looks like this is getting oats already. You should be making malt then. I should probably also have a warehouse for malt. Did I make this for beer? I don't think I did. I did not. You... beer. We're going to place a warehouse down here just for the oats. And I think that's it until we get more research done. Now it's saying citizens are thirsty. They just have to walk over. Saying we don't have enough construction materials. I don't know what isn't enough though. Tools, we should be fine. And domestic fuel is going up, even though it looks like it's going down, we're just using it. We do have a backstock of clothing now. So people just have to go into the warehouse, pick up the clothing, and they're fine. Now I'm guessing the builders are the people that are mining and also doing the building. If I look around, how far did they get? Looks like they dug up all of it. We have a tree, so let's do our next tree pull. We've had a lot of trees. I don't think we've had this many tree events in our streams before. Now, it looks like we're getting 2 events in a little bit, so we're going to have more immigrants and more... Not more, another ship. We need 5 more research points before the end of stream. Mincing would help us with our boat. But we also have the 3 for the nursery. What counts as a special crop? I want to know. Don't know, but they are working on this now. .3D printer is done. So now I can show you guys what it looks like when a 3D print is finished. With all the supports on it. It's gonna sound like I'm breaking it. So I print these out. I know it looks like a big ball of white light, but that's because of the ceiling light. I'm trying to get a good view of the supports. I don't think I'm able to. You can kind of see like these lines going up and down. What if I just do this? That didn't really help. The screen gives too much light. Anyway. So I guess from that, I saw an event popped up, we'll look at it in a minute, and I have to pick off all the stuff on this to make it look like this. So I'm going to pause the game and start the next print, because I do need one more. And then that one should be done while I'm working. Or maybe after I'm done working, I'm not sure. Okay, what was the poll? I think it was the bees. Gengar painting stream? I mean, would you guys want to see me paint them? I could. Poll? Okay, that's not what I meant to type. Next poll is bees. Okay, we can either clean up the bees or leave it be. One of these options does cause people to get hurt, and I don't remember which one it is. I think clean them up means that we use smoke to get rid of them, and leave it be means that we get stung. We do have the icon for another animal here, so we could probably get another animal unlocked. What is this full of? Flax. Okay, so we have enough flax. We're making oats. Leave it be. I get what you mean. Horrible, Regus. Horrible. Now, it looks like OBS might be having internet issues. So if we lose stream, just let me know in the chat. It's back to being green now. Leave it be. So let's go back in here, and we'll choose that as the option. Citizens were stung. Look what you did, Regus. I'm gonna blame you because you made the joke. Don't even know if it was you that voted. We are catching up on clothing. We're below 100. We do have a lot of people that are hurt, so we might need more clinics. But I think it's just what happens when you have so many people. tech point acquired, so we're going to go into minting. Now we can create our own money out of the silver we get. Which, of course, is going to be up here. Again, I have no idea if minting needs a warehouse, so we might not ever use this warehouse. How is this doing? Only 89 pieces of silver? I think that's because silver's in here. Yep. Okay, so ore. We do want gold sand here because we don't have a use for it. The silver we don't need over here. We do have alcohol. We don't have whiskey yet, but that's because we don't have this, I guess. No, we do have malt. Why aren't you... You are. Okay. You just don't have any in storage, I guess. How are they doing up here? Do we have these? Don't know where to look for those. Oh, we do have building kits. That is building kits, right? Yes. So something down here is making building kits. This is. Okay. Did we need those to upgrade houses? Yes, but for some reason it's not letting me. We could do animals. Not enough materials. Do we have to order them? We do have rooms in our houses. This only has 2 people out of 5. Well, the house... Raising the house capacity to 1 more person. Less fuel. Makes them not fall apart as much. This just helps with stress. The 2 animals. You are still making lamp oil. And it looks like we're out of steel. Or is it lumber? I think it's steel because this is still running. Which one would have been steel? No, steel's right here. I don't know. What is this? Oh, for the shoes. I guess so. Yeah, look at that. We're going up in numbers in our clothing. So I don't know if that means we're still not making enough. The shoes should help with their walking. Now, I think since we have 42 available workers, geez. Since we have so many, let's just max out the farms for no reason. Don't think we need 12 people in each, but we might as well, while we have all the people. Each one of these farms is going to take 5 people more. So that's 8 farms, I think. Yes, it is. Okay. I'll do this last one right here, and then we'll wait for more people. I know we have 5, so we could upgrade the... Actually, let's set it to have all the people, but not put the people in there. We'll do the same for these. I want a few people as like a death buffer. Now we can't place another field here because of the mountain. So we're probably not going to make more oats. We probably could use more oats. I'm not sure. Now this is made. We're going to put 2 people in there. It creates 50 coins out of 1 thing of silver. So I don't think we need a thing for it. Probably not. I'll just leave it there. We could have maybe 2 warehouses of silver. Now, we have more immigrants on the way. We're gonna have to wait for them to show up. But we'll at least do the poll now. If we get more immigrants, we're gonna have to make more houses, but we have the room for it. And we should have the food for it as well. And drink. Yeah, our water's going up. We definitely have a ton of food, so even if it does start dropping, we can catch up on it. We have 15 people ready. Our amount of children are dropping, which is good. That means they're going into the schools and becoming adults quicker. We could probably use more institutes. Just to get all this research done and out of here. So before I start putting more people into the farms, let's put a bunch into research. If I can fit 2 more schools, I'm going to put them here. Doesn't look like I fit 2. If I had these moved over 1, I could have fit either institute or the school here. I think we probably could use another school, so we'll put 1 more in. Someone voted yes for immigrants, so when they get here, we'll invite them in. So what do we need next? I don't think we need anything else. We just have to get the research points unlocked. If I build the houses now, we'll look at that in a minute. If I build the houses now, I did the poll thing again. Maybe I'm not tabbing into the game quick enough. I already forgot what I was going to say. If I build the houses now, the town will take the houses with regular population growth, and then they won't be ready for the immigrants that come, so I'm not going to build them yet. We will need them later. What was the event that popped up? I know it has something to do with clothing. Here it is. Tails in town have found leftover scraps. They want to know if we should make them into clothes or backpacks. So do we make clothes for all the people that are without clothes, or do we make backpacks, which I think are used for a bigger inventory on each person, I mean? I'm not sure how they're used in the game. So that's the next poll. Now we just wait for the immigrants to show up in their normal warehouse of everything mixed together. We're going to accept 25 immigrants. It looks like nobody came in. Actually, it just didn't tell me. Oh, there it is. 5 people have the plague. We also have a merchant ship, so we'll look at that in a minute. We need to place 25 homes. So let's start here. If I make a row here, we could get rid of this road and place houses up there. So we'll line it up here. If 5 people have the plague, everyone has the plague. I mean, who voted for backpacks? I see that. Let me get rid of this road. Oh wait, no, if we get rid of the road and place it down, then we'd have to make the house back one. And that's where the mine is. So we're not going to build homes there. I am surprised that you guys did not go with clothing. That is only 10 houses. We need 25. We can't fit more houses there. What is the most efficient way of placing houses in this area? If I go all the way down, it would match up with this, so we'd only get 2 houses there. I know I messed up. Jeez. If I go here, that seems like more houses. I like that way more. This, we're gonna make a double wide road there. And then we need to delete this house. And put in this house. How many is that? 14 or 24? I think it's 24. And then let's line this road with more. Or the side of the road, I mean. We'll get them done eventually, probably after all this is done. What is the merchant ship selling us today? Simple dishes, soap, lanterns, refined leather, more coal and porcelain, or domestic fuel. Now this doesn't update immediately, I guess. We could buy coal. Are we still good? We are on an up increase. Same with clothing. So in a little bit we're going to have enough clothing. Although it says 243 people do not have clothing. So I'm not sure why that's green. Our tools are going down though, so we might want to make another tool factory. Unless I was focused on our steel. Steel is empty. What do you need? Iron and refined fuel. Refined fuel takes coal. How is the mine? The mine's doing good. Is it coal that we're low on? We are low on coal. Let's buy some coal from this guy. If we buy 100, that's $600. If we do 150, that's 900. And we did it just in time. The ship left after we did that. We are working out our stuff over here. We're now down to only 2 people with the plague. We still have 1 person with tracheitis. But that's something we can't do anything about. Housing is going up as soon as we build the houses. We have a lot of people with broken legs. Let's add another clinic. We do have a lot of people now. Don't remember where clinic... There it is. We'll add one... Actually, do they work? They do work in a radius. Let's build a clinic out here on this main road. What is that icon? That is tuberculosis. Technology point, livability, hospital. We need a hospital for that. Which requires luxury bedding. And we have steel, we just don't have enough. Tuberculosis, also bad. This is the bedding, I think. Or did that say advanced bedding? Luxury bedding. Do you make luxury bedding? You can, if we had silk. So that whole thing, getting rid of tuberculosis, is locked behind 2 research points. We're still trying to get done everything that the king needs us to do for our next town. So we're not going to worry about that unless we get everything done. Which might not happen. We do now have 6 institutes and 4 schools. So we should start flying through all the research, but I'm not sure how quickly it'll work. Let's see, what are you waiting on? Fish? Does this hold fish over here? No, it doesn't. Are you able to hold fish? You are able to hold fish. Let's take fish off of these so we can see where it goes. Fish is right there, and last one. I feel like we should have a warehouse for fish. I don't even know what this one's for. I forget. It looks like one of our regeneration things went away. So it's been 3 years since we had the first 2 trees. Oh, we have a tree. Let's do a poll. I have the camera in the way now. I have to look around the camera and make sure I'm typing. There's our tree pole. Do we cut it or do we transplant it? We have the perk, so that means we transplanted the last tree. I think while they're doing all this, I'm going to put stone grounds everywhere. Where does it put the ground? Is it where there isn't buildings? Oh, it is. This is the ground for the town look. And you can't have a single square that is red, or else it doesn't place any of it. So this will get our workers something to do. Get this done. I'll do in here too. This only takes stone. We have all the houses placed. We're making another clinic. Now we have a little over 1,000 stone. So if I do a stone floor, I think that's what makes the houses have a background. It does. If I just do this, it only does underneath buildings, so it doesn't matter if I highlight everything or just a little bit. We just need the amount of stone for it. Can I just keep going? No, I can't. I need the stone before I place it down. So we should start seeing that our little town looks a little bit better. No, it still says our clothing is green. Our tools, definitely not. It's just waiting on stuff. What are you waiting on? Is it just... I mean, there's iron. We have domestic fuel. Not enough materials, where? Oh, probably the stone stuff. That's okay. Did we get another research point? I wasn't looking. Yes, we did. What do we go into next? We have minting, so I can actually cross that off. We only need 4 points. And I just got what is it called? An achievement. Road planning have more than 2,000 grids of roads. Wow. I didn't think there was anything else for me to unlock in this game. So the next thing we're going into is agriculture. I'm not going to do anything with the beeswax. I don't think we need it. We could do a grove, which gives a boost to our trees, and it takes fertilizer to either make the grove or to upkeep with it. I'm going to sell some peas. We couldn't sell the steel, so there's no point in looking at it. Or doing a poll, I mean. You are full of random stuff. Yes, you are. You should be oats, right? Yes. We do have a lot more people again. So let's go around and make sure that everything has their max fraction before I start putting more people in the farms. We have the train. I didn't see what the thing was, so we're going to transplant it. I didn't see what you guys chose in the poll. This doesn't have enough people. It looks like everything else does. Unless I didn't allow for every person to be working in it. These only take 3. Okay, so let's go into our farms and bring them all up to 12. We should be able to do all of them. We have 61 available workers. And the last farm. Now, I think that I should make a... Oh, that's the apiary. Okay. I think I should make another field for oats. So that we have the... symmetry of having 3 fields. Are we getting stone again? It's green, so we're going up. One of these ores is going down. Okay, what else can we do? We almost have another research point, so we might be able to get close to starting our next town. We only need a total of 3 points, I believe. Should be 3. Next one is growth, yeah. Oh, project books. Towns become more prosperous as the population grows, the stress gets heavier, methods of relieving stress. We are going to do this because we have a lot of stress. We also have our first automatic messages. So that means we are at the 2-hour mark. I'm waiting for them to get the animal from over here. Let's connect this road. That looks weird. I want straight lines, please. We have a new tech point, so we can unlock the apiary. Or the orchard, whatever it was called. The grove. And then next thing is nursery, and then we only have one more thing. I'm gonna guess it's more key. Whoop. Because of the 2 E's. We have some trees growing. I don't think anything is going bad. We just have a lot of people. So we're not catching up on clothing. Although it is green, so I think we're increasing clothing. It's just that because we have so many people waiting for it, they're taking it out immediately. But we are able to keep up with the amount of people that need stuff. We could probably use another stone mine. So this is looking pretty good. I like this large town that we created here. This cemetery is half full. This one over here is completely full. It's also smaller. Another person is infected with tracheitis. Yeah, there it is. So how is tracheitis taken care of? Measles. Cholera. Don't know. Maybe they just need an opening in a clinic. Maybe because we added another clinic, it'll get us through the broken bones and stuff quicker. What is this? Oh, 68 people want new houses. So they either want an upgrade or a full-on new house? No, I don't want you. I want your house. There we go. So what do we think of this? Oh, they also have a storage for the house itself. Wasn't aware of that. Do we have 8 people in here? We do not have 8 people in here. Let's get all 8 people in there. We have a lot of workers available. When the next immigrants come, which I see right here, we're not going to get more immigrants. We have way too many people. I'm not even able to use them all. And that's with making multiple buildings that do different things. That are just copies. And you take iron. Where do you put the tools? Maybe this is the toolbox? I'm not sure. It's not right there. This is clothing. I know that for sure. Is there anything we did not build that we could use? Aside from the apiary. Curing workshop? We have that. That's for salt. It only makes salt, so we don't need that. Masonry workshop is stone into cut stone. We could make the tea shop, but we don't have tea or coffee beans. We could make the pottery workshop. That just creates things that we can sell. We already have the mint. We don't have a soap workshop. That would be good with a latrine. Not a latrine, a bathhouse. Which needs what looks like bedding. So that's why we put this here. We want bedding, and we only want 50 pieces of bedding. So now let's unpause that. We'll get these in. I will place a bathhouse randomly in places that it fits. Place one here. If I place it up here, it gets almost everyone. And then one over here next to the clinic. And then a road. Let's connect it like that. How are all of our buildings doing? I'd assume because we have so many extra people that nothing would be below their fraction of people. This is because we haven't set it up all the way. All foods. Nope, not flax. Staple foods. There we go. Okay, what was the next building we needed? Soap factory or something? Soap workshop. We also have the leather hut. That makes the shoes, never mind. We made the advanced bedding shop, so that's what we have here. Next thing would be soap, or do we make the warehouses? Let's put this up here. And place warehouses in a line. Place that road down there. At this point, they don't really need the roads. What are you low on up here in ores? Iron ore, apparently. We're not making iron ore as quickly as we need. What are they working on? We're also going to get a research point in a few seconds. So it looks like we might get all of our research done. That's our point right there. No? There it is. We have nursery unlocked. Let's place the nursery down. I don't remember what they specialize in. I know we can grow tobacco in them, but there's other things, and I don't remember what they are. Let's just place one down and see what they do. If we need more, we'll place more, and then we'll do the warehouses right behind them. I remember before that I used to make a lot of nurseries. I don't remember why. Maybe the game mechanics have changed since then? Who knows? Where are they prioritizing putting bedding? It looks like they're doing it in the order that I built them in, which is perfect. Now these people up here probably aren't going to be close to it. Yeah, this whole corner. They're not close to a bathhouse, which is unfortunate for them, I suppose. This isn't going to work right away until we have our soap factory thing. Now, do they have... They do have different choices. So this needs the herbalist cabin, which is here. No, that's gatherers. Hunter. Do I not have a herbalist? What did it say? Herbalist cabin. Herbalist hut? Is that the same thing? Doesn't look like we have one. Usually when you go to place something you already have, it highlights in green or something. So let's put this right here next to the soap. It either takes fat, beeswax, or blubber, so we could do the bees for that. The salt soap just takes fat and soap, or salt. Do we make both, or do we just make medical? I think we should have both, right? Just to have it while we're waiting for our tech points. So what we need over here is the bedding stuff. And I don't know where that would be. I'm gonna assume household goods. Or raw materials? Maybe that would be... bedding. Why does it say that there's nothing for these? I don't see bedding in here, so I don't know... Construction materials, maybe? No, it's definitely not in there. Go in here and take them off. then we're gonna need a row of warehouses somewhere. How far away from this can we go? We can do a row of warehouses behind them. We're gonna put one soap over here, another soap, and then whatever the herbalist makes, that medicine stuff, is gonna go into whatever one is up here. So for this one, we're going to do the salt soap. Did I click it? I don't think I clicked it. There we go. Now I need to find where soap would be. I think it's household goods. It is. Medical soap is also in here. That's perfect. So now we can go over here into these, which are full. Wow. We do not want salt or medical. What was the other thing we moved over here? Bedding? Just clothing. That's okay, we don't have to move bedding. We don't want medical or salt. Medical, salt, medical, salt. And then once we find out what this does, we'll put that over there too. Let's put in our road. We're going to connect the road all the way up to here. How are we doing on stone? Can I grow more? We can do a little bit more. Let's do a stone floor over here. Looks like we don't have enough. Oh, it does queue in what you can make. Okay. Oh, this is almost done. The first nursery, we get to see what it creates. I know it makes tobacco. I think I said that already. Is it only tobacco? Okay. I thought it did herbs. Agriculture. Inside, which is the... No, it's raid fiber. Will grow herbs and special crops. Yeah, it looks like we could have made a better food, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna have a thing of tobacco. That'll give us some money occasionally. How are we doing on keeping up with our silver? If this gets up to 1,000, excuse me, this gets up to 1,000, I know that we're not creating coins as fast as we're mining. What is this about? Lack of new houses? No, that's fertility is only 29%. We have so many people that makes sense. Ooh, we have a new thing that I haven't seen before. We're going to call this Drunkards, which is what the title is at the top on here. And then first choice is tequila. Second choice is whiskey. And then I'm going to close this and then read what it says, because I know it's going to close on it soon. There it goes. Okay. Okay, so this says, a bunch of drunkards were lighting the campfire and holding a party near the city. Unexpectedly, they started to argue about which wine was better and asked others and you to judge. Okay, what do you guys think? Is tequila a better choice of liquor, or is whiskey better? Why does it say that they're talking about wine, but then they have two different things that aren't wine? Okay. Tequila or whiskey? I'm clicking start poll, but it's not starting it. There it goes. Okay, it looks like we're getting soap. We can start... That's the herbalist hut. Gotcha. That's the other soap workshop, okay. So this we want... Oh, that was how we're making bandages earlier. I remember now. What are these used for? Which can be used to cure the wound easily. Okay. We're doing medicinal powder. So we should probably have another herbalist hut. Where was that at? I think it was in here, all the way at the back. Yes, it was. We'll do this. We'll add yet another warehouse. Someone voted that whiskey is the better choice. So let's see what it says. Some disapproval of this answer. Some disapproved of this answer and brought out loads of medical liquor for others to appreciate. Okay. So we chose whiskey and they said no. Here, have tequila instead. Did we get another research point? Looks like we used it on nursery. So we're on the last research point that we need. We'll unlock that. We're not getting these immigrants. There's not going to be a poll for it. Okay, we have a warehouse for medicinal powder. Where would that be? I would say raw materials. But it's not really raw material, is it? So maybe it's household goods? It is, look at that. Did I click no on these? There we go. I'll do the same for these household goods, medicinal powder. I should probably also do bandages while I'm over here. Bandages. Where'd it go? Medicinal powder. They change it on almost every warehouse. It's not always in the same spot. There we go. And then they'll be over here. This next warehouse is going to be for the medical soap. This is for tobacco. So let's turn you on medical. You'll make them slowly. Now, my alarm is going to go off in 8 minutes saying that we should raid out so that I have enough time for work. But we are going to go a little bit further until we get everything unlocked and built. And then we'll find someone to raid out. It looks like on my screen only one person is live that I follow. There is a person that I know Willow raided recently that are on my recommended channels. So we could put in some recommended people. I think that wouldn't hurt. We have the next warehouse, so that's going to be for the medical soap. Medical soap. This one is tobacco, and I don't remember where it is. I know it's not a food. Maybe it's trade goods. It is, look at that. Sometimes the game makes sense. Then this is going to be for bandages. Hopefully they get this built soon. Out there it looks like they just put in all the bedding. So they're probably going to stop building this and go straight up to that. Oh, actually I did both. Wow. So this is bandages. So I guess next time I know, if we play this again, that I have to make a lot of schools so we get through the children quickly. Then that brings us up to having a lot of laborers and we won't have to take so many immigrants. This is bandages. I already forgot where they were. Household goods, I think. Yes, they are. Look at that. And what else got built? Oh, this soap place. Bathhouse. Okay, so everything is built. We could... Actually, we can't do what I was about to say. I was going to say build more stone stuff, but we don't have enough stone for it. This is lacking the materials, which is probably just fat. Actually, let's build a warehouse for all the fat to be over here. And while they're doing that, let's try and find where the fat would be stored. I'm going to assume raw materials. Blubber's in here, so it's probably in here. Butter, sugarcane, silk, tea, fodder, fat. Okay, look at that. It is in raw materials. I already forgot where it was. It was on the bottom at the last one, and now it's third from the bottom. This one. Raw materials. Fat. They're almost done building the other warehouse, so by the time I have this one canceled out, we should have the next warehouse built. I probably should make another random warehouse like these. It looks like they're taking all of the resources and putting it somewhere they shouldn't. Maybe they are. Why has the music stopped? Don't know. What is this? Administrator's term of office has expired. 2 people. So let's see what the options are. We're not going to do a poll on these. Duration of tools and clothes and backpacks plus 20. We're doing that for sure. And our next person, either we could keep a 10% pasture yield increase, or we could do one of these two. Construction material consumption minus 10%. I like that more than having tobacco, which we're growing. So we don't need a guy that only does one thing and gives us tobacco. This is almost done, so we'll have our fat in here. Raw materials, there it is. And we have our last research point. So we'll unlock the marquee. And that is our last research point. So now this little tent we can now send back to the king. I think the king said that he's going to give us smaller tents for us. Like 3 or 5, I forget how many. And then we will be starting a new town. So from this point on, I'm not doing the story. We are going to be starting Manor Lords on Saturday. The whole point of getting the marquee was that because Manor Lords you start with tents. And we'll be going up to finishing Manor Lords in the story in Peaceful. I think you have to get 10 level 3 houses and then you finish the game. So after that we'll be going into Transport Fever 2, which is the whole point of trying to earn money from the king so that we can then start a city in Transport Fever 2. Then that's going to have its own progression thing. And right after Transport Fever 2 we'll be getting into Cities Skylines, which will be Chapter 2 of the story. And that is when we go into our different side quests, which is a large selection of different games related to city stuff. City Skylines. That's it. I meant to say Sims 4. We have Prison Architect, another brick in the mall. We have different aims related to transportation. So there's one that's on bus transportating. Another one on planes. I think I just bought one that's for trains. And I just got another achievement. More than 200 students graduated in one game. So look at that. It looks like everyone's going to freeze to death on it, actually. No clothing, no fuel. So this is how we're going to leave the town. I'm just going to do a brief look over. We have all the fields we could think of. Lettuce, broccoli, peas, flax, oats, a few apple orchards. We have cattle, alpaca, buffalo, goose, and turkeys. We have coal, silver, and iron mining, along with stone. We have every single thing that we could think of for industrial stuff. And we have 3 different towns merged into one. I say 3 because it's 3 different marketplaces. So you could place them separately. I place them together and make one large town. And this is where we're going to leave it. Should probably take a screenshot while we're at it. So let's take a picture on screen. Ooh, if I do that, it gives rid of the UI. Do I like it more with the UI? I don't think I do. Let's just do this. It's gonna take me a minute to find out how to do the, King says they're fine. I need to get the print screen thing to work. There we go. We want to draw the rectangle. I don't know if you guys can see any of this. I had to close or minimize OBS on my screen. So we have that. Now let's open up OBS again. I don't think you guys saw any of that. Okay. Let's turn back on the UI. So this is the chaos. Luckily, we only had one single time that people died due to hunger. Alright, let's save the game for the last time. I have to overwrite it. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live on Twitch, we stream on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 1 to 4 p.m.